Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie, and today I want to come on and do a fragrance review video, which is really a majority of what I've been doing lately. I do sprinkle in some like beauty type of items and lifestyle items, and who knows where I'm gonna go with this. Anyway, I've been thinking of some new videos to film, but that's not what today is about. Today is about a review of the four new, whoops, dropping one, Zara fragrances, this collection that just launched. And I think that these are typically like, they're more permanent line bottles. I'm not exactly sure what the name of this line is. Let me look really quick and see if they have that written down here. It's because sometimes they like to do where they group a bunch of fragrances into a certain type of line, but I'm not really seeing that here. And they're more permanent type bottles, but right now these fragrances were only available in 30 ml bottles, and there's 4 of them that just released. And these caught my attention because I like Zara fragrances, but I try to be a little bit picky with them because a lot of times I feel like they just have tons of florals and they do a lot of dupes, and I don't know of any fragrances that these are duping. Are they similar to other fragrances? Yes. Are they duping? Not that I'm aware of. So I'm gonna go over all the fragrances and I'll tell you what I think about them, and I'll read you what Zara says about them. They were all 30 milliliters and they're all $17.90 USD, which is where I purchased them here. And I had to buy them all off the website as soon as they were released, got them the first day, and I've had them now for maybe like 3-4 days at home, testing them and gathering my thoughts because it's been a little complicated. And sometimes you want a fragrance to rest for a couple days. Other fragrances sometimes say that they need to like macerate or air out or whatnot and sit stabilized for a couple days before they have their true fragrance. But I mean, this has only been like 4 days, and I feel like Zara fragrance typically aren't that complicated. So I'm just gonna give you my thoughts because I like quick reviews. Anyway, so 4 fragrances. 2 definitely are more gourmand leaning, or, you know, kind of that type of scent family. And then the other 2 are like fruity. So a little bit of everything, like fruity florals kind of. So we'll start with Juicy Infusion. So this is Juicy Infusion right here. It's just like I described earlier, pretty bottles. I like these. I think 30 ml is quite enough for me. I have a large collection. If I like it, they're reasonable enough for me to go and purchase more. So I love that about Zara. So let me read you about it and then I'll tell you what my thoughts. It's supposed to be rich and voluptuous jasmine, exudes its magnetic charms with fruity hints of pear and blackcurrant for an intense and captivating fragrance, fruity with predominant notes of jasmine and pear. So that's what you're getting here, and I think that aligns with, yep, exactly what is on the box. So this one, Juicy, let me smell it and tell you what I think. I think this is the one that I'm like least excited about. This one does smell pretty generic, like a fruity jasmine type of fragrance. It's almost a little too much for me, a little bit too much jasmine, a little too floral and heavy for me. I mean, I think this might be something good for like somebody, and I don't own these, so I can't really say, but some of those Lancome Idole fragrances, I feel like hint at this type of fragrance. I've had it in the past and I feel like that is what it is, and I'm sorry I don't have it anymore, so I can't really compare, but I feel like if you like that, you might like this. That's what it's reminding me of. And it's not terrible, it just gets nauseating to me for some reason. I wonder, does anyone else feel that way? That fragrance just hits a note in my senses that I don't feel comfortable with wearing for long periods of time. I think it's a pleasant scent, but I can't have it that long. And that's what this is giving me. So I'm not a huge fan of the Juicy one. And when you first spray it, I do smell more pear. The pear dies down. you're left with this nice floral fragrance. And it is pleasant, but it's kind of irritating to me. So unfortunately, that one is not a great one for me. But like I said, if you are a fan of those Adol scents, I think you might like that one. So maybe it's a dupe, maybe it's not. I'm sorry. I'm coming with like not the full story, but that's kind of where I am with it. I don't love those fragrances, so I'm not as familiar with them, unfortunately. But let's move on to the next one, Ruby Infusion. And this was one I was really excited about because it was like, it just sounds really good, let me tell you. It's supposed to be a burst of energy with a vanilla sugar delight that is soft and sweet with notes of marshmallow and cotton candy, a floral fragrance with predominant notes of marshmallow and blackcurrant. Blackcurrant can be not my favorite sometimes, but then I have some fragrances I think that have blackcurrant in it that I love, with Sol de Janeiro 40. I think that's supposed to have blackcurrant in it, and I love that one. But or maybe plum. That one has plum in it as well. But this one, I was like, ooh, cotton candy and vanilla. I'm thinking of all the things in my mind that smell like that, and it's not that great. It does smell, I guess it smells like that. It smells like a really sweet, light vanilla, like, and cotton candy. I do smell that. Okay, I do smell cotton candy and vanilla for sure in here, but it's almost like toothachingly sweet. It's super sweet, and it smells like, it smells like not medicinal. It doesn't smell medicinal, but it smells like generic. It smells fake. You know, it doesn't smell like anything natural. That's probably where I'm having problems with that. I think there's a word for that, but I can't remember what it's called, but it definitely smells artificial. That's the word, artificial. And I'm not really in love with that. So it is like, oh, somebody's wearing a really sweet, artificial, powdery fragrance. So fluffy comes to mind, and sweet, and artificial. Like, it's just got something about it that just is kind of like cloying slightly. I think it'd be a good mixer with other perfumes that you wanted to lighten up. And let's talk about Pistachio Infusion. So this one is somewhat reminiscent of Angel Share by Kilian a little bit. It really leans in that direction of like that sweet kind of, it's almost like a liquor type of syrupy, sweet fragrance that's deep. That's where this is leaning to me on the dry down. The pistachio is only there like right out of the gate. The pistachio's there right in the beginning, and it only sticks around. Hopefully, and once this sits for a while, maybe the pistachio will hang out longer. I don't know. But I really feel like the pistachio is right there in the beginning. It's like pretty nutty, and then within like 10 minutes, it's gone. And then you're left with this kind of like syrupy, sweet, thicker fragrance. I guess because they say it has, you know, tonka and vanilla. I guess I do. It's like there's a little bit of a powderiness to it, and it's syrupy and it's sweet. It reminds me a little bit of Angel Share, which is not my favorite fragrance. But anyway, that's what they're saying with this one. And I know that Zara has a couple different dupes, like sand dunes or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. That's supposed to kind of be a dupe for Angel Share. And I'm just not a big fan of those Angel Share-ish type scents. It's just, they don't hit me right. So if you're a big fan of that, then maybe you would love this. It's really sweet, but it's deeper. It's like a deep, sweet fragrance. And I mean, I have a good amount of Tonka fragrances, but they don't always seem to be my favorite on their own either. But let me talk with you about this. This is with prominent notes of pistachio gourmand and a touch of iris and tonka bean. This captivating fragrance leaves an elevated and unique trail. Okay. I do get the, like I said, pistachio for the first 10 minutes, and I do get tonka bean. I guess between like tonka being powdery sometimes and iris kind of leaning powdery makeup fragrance scent, there's definitely like a deep sweet powder type of presence in this. So initially nutty, that fades away. Hopefully, fingers crossed that this comes around, because I'm gonna keep it and let it sit. Like I said, I've had it for like 5 days now, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I would not tell you to run out and buy it. I would not say that, unfortunately. And I actually bought 2 of them because I was like, ooh, I think I like this one. And the ruby one too, I bought 2, but I didn't open those other ones. So I am able to still return those to Zara, and I will be doing that. So anyway, that is my take so far. So you got 3 down, 1 to go. So overall, deep, sweet, powdery. That's what I'm getting there. Not my favorite. But last, but certainly not least, because this one ended up being my favorite. Oh, and if you guys are seeing this, looks like I tease my husband. I'm like, you just jacked me in the face. But this is actually, I had an inlay done on one of my wisdom teeth, and that is the bruise that I got from the dentist working on my mouth. I bruise extremely easily. It's my problem, but enough personal stuff, because there's probably people on here that are just interested in the Zara fragrances and not me as a person. Sad, but I acknowledge that. Let's move into the last one, which is called Secret Infusion. And that is the 4th one in this collection, the last. And this is an irresistible fragrance of juicy pear with feminine floral touch and woody base notes of cedarwood and pink musk. Woody and floral with predominant notes of pear, velvet petals, and peony. Okay, so this one sounds like most other things. To me, it sounds very similar to other fruity, floral type of fragrances that you hear about. And I have to say, this is the most pleasing out of all of them for me, definitely. This is the top of my list, and I think maybe it's the violet petals, peony. I don't know, it's a great combination. Everything combined is great. So the way that the dry down I'm smelling right now is sweet. It's slightly fruity. It's not really fruity. It's not cloying at all. It'd be a perfect summer fragrance. I feel like this would be great in the heat, great for summer, great for spring. It's not cloying. Nothing like super annoying about it to me. It's just a nice, sweet floral fragrance with a touch of fruit. And what I love about this most though is the opening, because I feel like when it opens, it's like sparkling. This smells, something about it makes it feel like invigorating and sparkling when you first spray it. So yeah, oh my gosh, it just opens so nice. It just has this like sweet, like pear, fruity, like bubbly type of fragrance. Oh, it's so good. That opening is incredible. I hope as this sits, maybe that opening will last even longer. It's pleasant the whole entire time. It is sweet and fruity and floral, but no, like nothing's competing with each other. I don't know if this is a dupe for anything else, but I can say that I really like this, and I feel like it has lasted well on my skin, and this is definitely crowd pleasing to me. It feels like anybody would get along with this, and I love it. So Secret Infusion is the one that I would go for, and I'm normally not like a floral fruity type of girl. That's normally a more gourmand, but the gourmands in here did not impress me at all, and this one really does. So anyway, if you wanted my advice, I would pick that one up if you're interested in something flirty, floral, bubbly, and fruity for the summer. This one is the one. So anyway, that sums it up for me. I love that Zara's fragrances are really kind of inexpensive, easy to get. I love a 30 ml. I think that this is perfect for, you know, under 20 bucks. It's great. And I just wish that they were more readily available. I wish there were more Zara stores around me. I have to drive like 45 minutes to get to one. I don't know if you all are in the same boat. But one thing I have noticed with them is if you do not open the fragrance, then you can return it. I don't know how you're gonna smell it if you don't open it, but that's the return policy I found. But anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you're picking any of these up, if you're just like die hard, you know, pistachio, and then you're like angel share. I love that too. Purchase, you know, I understand. I understand. But let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them in the comments below, and I will catch you guys again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. All right, bye.